one, Dark Days in San Jose. And this one will probably be familiar to some of you. Again, it's a little bit more of a tough story, but unfortunately that's the way these things work. So I'm glad we don't have any kids in the audience. I'm sure some of you remember Hart's Department Store. So this was San Jose's emporium and a great department store. And this was the scion, Alex Hart's son. Alex Hart started Hart's Department Store, and Brooke Heart was his son. He was a young guy, about 22 years old. He was a graduate of San Jose State Teachers College, which is now San Jose State University. And he had just been made store executive, so he was recently appointed as vice president of Hart's Department Store. This photo was taken in November 9th, 1933, and it was the photo they were going to use for the presentation of him to the public, and then he was going to meet with people and talk about the department store and his ideas for it. So he's a pretty sharp guy. He was a sharp dresser, hardworking, very friendly and well-liked, and absolutely reliable. So he could be depended on to do what he said. On that night, after he took the picture, he left the store at 6 o'clock for dinner at home. And then he had a public speaking class that he was doing at 7:30. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. So that, by the way, is the Hart Mansion, and that was on the Alameda. So I don't believe it's there anymore. But so he did not arrive home for dinner as he planned, and then he missed the speaking class at the Dianza Hotel. So his friend, John O'Brien, he was going to meet there, at first thought, okay, well, he's running late. He waited until 8:30, and he never showed up. So he decided to drive to the Hart Mansion to find out what's going on. They said they hadn't seen him, and they were concerned because he wasn't there. So Mrs. Hart called her husband, Alex. He came home. He was driven home by some friends. He was at an event. And then at 10:30, they got a call. And the call was someone who, at first the daughter answered, and he said, "We have your son. We want $40,000. At that time, Alex Hart got on the phone, and he said, "Don't go to the police." And he says, "Instructions will follow tomorrow." So, needless to say, the family was devastated. Brooke had been kidnapped. So, the response, and by the way, that was Brooke's car. The response was they immediately called the police. This guy wasn't stupid. He knew that if they didn't get the police involved, it'd just get worse. Officers responded immediately. They brought officers from everywhere. I mean, this was a pretty prestigious family, and at that time, kidnappings were just, they were starting to slow down a little bit, but they were still a problem. So everybody got involved. Needless to say, with all the cops there, the newspapers got wind of it, and so the next day it said Hart Scion kidnapped. They found the roadster up by Milpitas, and it was up on Calaveras Road, and they checked it for fingerprints, but didn't come up with anything. So there's all kinds of theories. I mean, these guys were going nuts. They had no idea. So they said, oh, well, pretty boy Floyd's been seen in the city and running around the area, so maybe it was him. And then there was gangster hideouts in the hills, and they thought, well, maybe it's some of those guys. They were running around like crazy. Reporters made all kinds of outrageous statements that they put in print. And so, that time, you didn't have to be that honest to be a reporter. I don't know about these times. Fake news. Anyway,